It's time to get sultry right now because we are still on week 6 sultry for the intermediate division, actually. So we weren't planning to do intermediate or main coverage this season, but there's some off games on the weekend, so we're gonna take it on a Friday night and do some intermediate. I am Jay, aka Siyo, and I'm here with Mrs. Horton. Here's a hoot. Hoot, how are you?
I'm good. I'm ready. I'm ready to cast this match. I really like watching Sultry, especially when there are just like soldiers who just know how to abuse every inch of the map.
And I
Like,
feel a
it's
bit I
pretty
feel a bit
exciting.
sad because I really wanted there to be a map call out for sultry called hookah. Because I feel like hookah and sultry are just two words that go together, especially with the theme of both words. But we have Barcode versus freemium. This is week 6A right now. I think freemium has already played one of their matches, and Barcode too. I think Barcode actually lost their other match for this week on yesterday. But running down the rosters, I saw a bit of a weird name on the server. I don't know if they're actually playing, so we won't mention them just yet. We're just gonna go down the official confirmed rosters. I'll take freemium, or I mean, I'll take Barcode if you want to take freemium. To start off with Barcode, we have disabled on Pocket Scout, Engine, Flank Scout, Rummers, Dave, captured the leader on Pocket, Find is on Demoman, and Sarcasm, ringing in for their main medic juice is on the medic class, representing the 112 squad in IM. I think they're 6 and 6 right now, but yeah. You want to take away premium for me?
Yeah. So on Freemium, we're gonna have Gimme, 2FS. I think that's how you say it. Hikaru, Power Punker, Boom, and Sageburb. I just realized that I didn't go over any of the classes that they play. We're gonna have Gimme on Pocket Scout, Tuja is on Flank Scout, Hikaru's playing Roamer Soldier, Power Puker's playing Pocket Soldier. We have Boom on Demo, and Sageburb is gonna be the medic premium. So I think something interesting to note is that Gimme actually won amateur last season.
Yeah.
A very interesting season with Minion running either a full-time pyro or a sniper at all times.
You know, I was curious. Did you meant to say power puker or power punker there?
Oh, it says Power Puker in the
Yeah, yeah. I saw power puker in the chat saying like power punker, but no worries. Just a slight mishap of the tongue. But I actually curious. I'm curious, Hoot, your initial thoughts on this team because I know you're familiar with Freemium. I know they have their team manager RMX probably watching the stream, so I want you to rip out your lines here.
Well, I think Freemium has been doing pretty well in this season. I'm surprised, I guess, that there was a player that I thought on the team that I thought was on the team, but I guess she's not on the team anymore. So I just realized that. But
Hmm.
I think I think my money's pretty much like on Freemium this game. I think they're a pretty strong team. Gimmy's a very good player, and I know Boom is pretty good at putting out that damage, as they say. So if Gimmy's able to just like consistently clean up of the big damage, then I think they have this pretty much sealed.
Yeah, I can agree with that sentiment. Boom, obviously having played in the middle of Maine last season, like this guy is kind of like a revelation in the sense. This guy went from amateur 2 seasons ago to playing in Maine, even being picked up by a team that nearly made playoffs, which was Cat Noises Black, but sadly he was cut for somebody else, whether it be due to favoritism or just friendships, because I knew the player that replaced him was friends with the players on Cat Noises Black. But regardless of that, that being said, Boom is definitely like the player to watch for this team. And now that I know that Power Puker is playing instead of Seven, this kind of upgrades their soldier duo a little bit because when you compare it to Barcode, because I should actually streamline this into talking about Barcode, Barcode soldiers are probably the focal point of the team in a sense because they still play the ESEA rando Uber kind of style gameplay where you take your soldiers in the Uber. So it's really easy to telegraph them because they just really waddle in with their pocket soldier just walking in with capture being the main caller and pretty much the focal point player of the team. I think that kind of stands to the test here or to the test of time because the record is currently like 5 and 6, 6-5, something like that in IM. So I'm wondering if that archaic playstyle of TF2 is still working for them. And I think it'll probably tell in this match where they're playing against a team with maybe not as strong projectiles because I think Hikaru is like the weakest player on freemium. Nothing to take against that player, but having played against him like way back in the ESEA Open days, he always struck me as somebody that just like kind of struggled a bit. But that being said, I'm gonna go with Barcode here, regardless of how they play, because Anshin is just a beast. So
Yeah, no, I think that's perfectly fair. I think I actually played against Engine in scrims before. I've scrimmed Barcode, and their scouts are pretty good. There's gonna be a lot of pressure on them this, I think, to be denying the soldiers, and especially like I think they need to like make sure that Boom isn't getting things for free. I know it's on the soldiers as well, but I think they just need to make an effort to make sure that Boom is kept in check and that the soldiers aren't getting onto sarcasm for free. Especially in this map where soldiers have so much leeway with the jumps that they're able to take or the angles that they're able to pretty much jump on the medic from. So yeah, I think yeah.
Right, and with the map makers questions in mind, obviously, first off, before we even talk about the map makers' intention with the map, let's switch shout out our sponsor, Swifty Servers, !Swifty Servers in the chat. They've now released Frankfurt server, so if you are a European staying up at night right now to watch this match, it's not an advertisement just for our North American players who like their Chicago servers. Go get your Frankfurt, Germany servers in. Really customized support from Tragic Rate Guy overall. And we are about to go live with Barcode versus Freemium. This is Week 6A, Intermediate, Season 11 RGL. Hoot's going to take away this mid for us. Barcode on blue, Freemium on red. Take it away, my friend.
Yeah, so immediately we're seeing the rollouts here. I'm on Boom's cam personally. I'm excited to see what he's going to be doing on this. He makes it to mid time way before the other demo here, and he's good damage, fine. Soldiers are making it to the mid now, and scouts are established. So we're seeing basically a pretty spammy mid that's occurring right now, but Freemium is immediately going with a hard aggression on the right side. Pick off two, but they get picked off by the soldiers on Barcode, and there's so much damage coming out from the soldiers on Barcode, and immediately drop 4. And Barcode take that mid in immediately. I thought that looked super good for Freemium, but then they immediately just dropped 2 people. It was pretty much curtains, because then afterwards, Gimme and Sageburb just got caught out, and then Barcode just pressed W and took hard advantage of that.
And this is actually a really weird scenario. So you have Freemium with Power Puker on the sniper. He actually does kill fine, but I think that, oh wow, actually, this is one of the drawbacks of Sultry here. The respawn timer is fine. Is now at 17. Oh my gosh, and Boom with the trap.
Oh my goodness.
I think that was in lobby towards the shutter area to top right, and he gets the kill on the engine and captured. So that surely will solidify the uber disadvantage negation here as Freemium now takes second off of that. They can't afford to just use, but yeah. Oh wait, so my producer's saying there wasn't a sticky trap. It was just that I think one of the soldiers on Barcode shot the sticky in, but I think they're still gonna try the Uber. They think it's the Uber who it's not actually Ad. Steve's is up on Uber, but look at this. They've isolated the demo on point. They isolate Hikaru towards Bats, and Capture's just gonna go in, rally the troops, and try to kill Gimme here. Actually, no, he's going for the medic, and he does get the kill in the force.
Wow, this is looking really good for Barcode right now. They're getting a lot of space through alley. They're on point immediately, getting tapped, and they don't have to pop yet. They pop now. Hikaru and Toji Pets above die. Boom is dead here, and it's a solid round for Barcode. That took what, like two minutes? 2-minute round for Barcode. Really bad, especially considering how that push into lobby ended up with the.
Yeah, I'm really surprised there that Freemium they isolated Boom on point, and they played really back towards the best with their heals and soldiers. So it's like you're not locking out space that you should be locking out. You play too passive. You let Barcode go through relatively for free through Boiler side, and you got punished for it. So we're heading into this next mid. I mean, now Barcode are going to take this passive stance, and that won them the first mid because Freemium's soldiers initiated without any support. And both teams are just playing a Mexican stand-up. Gimmy's going to take some aggression here towards Flowers here. And actually, there's going to take a fight on the flank towards Frog. And Ancient just gets blasted out of the air by Power Puker, and Power Puker will get traded out, though.
Yeah, Defense grabs Dave here, and Barcode, it has just so much space on the mid, but yeah, they end up getting the cap on mid. I think that was Toes right there, trying to see if he could get a little something from Cheese, but it seems like he wasn't able to get anything. But Freemium reinitiating back into the mid here, taking a lot of space. And we see Captain is bombing it on the medic. Oh, he doesn't get the medic, gets a lot of damage. You might see the follow-up soldier sack from Barcode, perhaps.
Look at Dave. Wait, hold up. Look at Dave. He's on the boiler spot. He doesn't get spotted by Gimme. Oh, Gimme turns around. Sixth sense.
Oh.
Kills Dave.
Yeah, well now Freemium getting into Cheese here pretty much for free. Medic is through onto second here, and yeah, Barcode getting forced out. This is a much different change of pace than we saw from the first round.
They're actually pushing out players in the bats too. Captured going down there. This is actually real good for freemium to work a double stack. They don't have to necessarily commit. They can just walk in and just force Sarcasm, who's on half HP, playing with the respawns, but they're gonna take the exchange instead. This Uber is actually favorable, but the spawns are gonna be delayed long enough, and Boom dying there will surely seal the fate of freemium's last push here.
Yeah, so that last push, I think it was ambitious, but I think it definitely, I think it had a good idea behind it. Unfortunately, they ended up getting forced first, so it ended up not turning out that well. But we see Barcode is taking space in lobby now. They're poking at Shutter and Alley at the same time, trying to pressure to see maybe they can get in. And we see Sagebird is retreating towards Choke here with the rest of this combo. And they're fighting on point, Soldier's bumming in onto Cheese. It doesn't draw a lot of eyes, unfortunately. And so we see Barcode, yeah, on Sniper? Oh, no, sorry, that's freemium.
Oh my gosh, but he gets the shot on the capture.
Oh.
But look at this. Boiler is free. There could be a flank here from, I think that is Dave on the flank. Yeah, he's walking through Choke. Power Peeper gets a shot onto a scout, I believe. But Dave,
he's unspotted. What can he get here? He jumps in, delays the scout. Oh my god, he doesn't hear him. He doesn't hear the jump, but he's so healthy. Dave, living on 5 HP, retreating back into his lair in Frog.
I think he's gonna be able to get the Hikaru respawn. He doesn't get. There isn't a comm though. Hikaru is just unaware. The Power Peeker definitely spotted him out, but I guess Power Peeker doesn't need to be the killer. It's gonna be Gimme to end Dave's life. So,
and we see another reestablishment. Gonna try to work their sniper, and they spot the stickies this time. Not gonna get shot into the rest of the combo. Very good thing that I seem to have learned on. And we see Peekers peeking into Alley right here. Getting spammed out pretty hard by the soldiers. I'm not sure. I think the sightlines for Sniper are really strong on this map, but
yeah,
I feel like I just like, oh, and wow, Power Peeker actually find right there.
And he's switching over to another good sightline too. Look at that. He's rotating to the opposite side now, towards left.
Yeah, and they're getting a lot of space alley here for free. There's gonna be a sniper v sniper occurring with Angent on sniper. You see them both just trying to, take pot shots at each other. And there's a lot of spam happening. Hikaru goes down, unfortunately, and it seems that Freemium is gonna take that as their sign to leave. But Angent grabs Gimme on his way out, but 2HFS grabs captured as well, and that sentry is down.
Yeah, the thing is that if our producer can switch the cam over while there's a fight over in lobby, that sentry spot doesn't actually deny any high bombing soldiers. So if they get in a good bomb from like lower stairs, and then they high bomb, do a wall jump with a double rocket, it can actually force Sarcasm really well. So I don't like that sentry spot for Barcode, but thankfully they don't get punished for it.
Yeah, and we're back onto another last stalemate. I feel like last stalemates are really like a big characteristic of this map. I think a lot of teams struggle with pushing into the last and out of it. We see two players trying to juggle in the Shutter right there, but Disabled is immediately removed from the equation.
But Fine might get caught here. 2K is on the chase, but thankfully Fine has those stickies to his name. Captured his low too, so this is a really good timing with no sentry up. It's only Angent to worry about. Hikaru can potentially go for a play here too far right, but chooses better of it. They know
he's taking space for a sniper.
Yeah.
So, all right, they're testing the sniper right here. He doesn't really get anything. Just a good body shot off onto Captured. He's still peeking the right sight line. Let's see if Power Peeker can, grab it, maybe win the sniper v sniper that's about to occur on the left side. He's clearing the stickies first, maybe a good choice. See, Gimme is on the right, trying to poke at them a little bit.
Oh,
both soldiers immediately jump.
Dave does that little crouch bug where you move your head around and then glitches around and stops midway, and he avoids the headshot. And Power Peeker might think I might here with Angent. Angent gets a body shot, but that sniper buff, man, I'm telling you,
yeah,
it saves you in many fights.
So we're gonna see another contact being made here. Who's gonna win this? Power Peeker going for the body.
Oh my
no,
God.
I don't need your head right there, buddy. And that's 2 picks for Freemium immediately on this last push. This is looking amazing for them.
Tuki's on the med. 2-shot gets the force and Captured is forced to salvage. He's forced to find things, but Siegebird does come out the Uber and Boom here. He sticks off point. Once he corrals the players in, they have to worry about the heavy, and the Rhoe is just doing all the work for Gimme. It's a 2-man punch, and they're just wiping the Barcode players here towards.
Oh, but the scouts are putting in work. The scout soldiers are putting in work. They might be able to save this last hold for respawns. But they're playing on point now. The scout is living, Barcode is living, but it's not enough.
Boom.
Yeah, Boom. Making the scouts go boom. And as he seals out that second round for Freemium.
Yeah, I really like that last hold. They just slowly choked Barcode's defenses, and 2K just came in from top right with the flank.
Those 2 picks definitely made that last push for them, and they were just like fast enough to go on those picks immediately. So Boom is in mid first again. He's been first to these mids every single time. It's actually very impressive.
So this is a really interesting approach now. Now that Freemium has read into Barcode's passive mids, they're just playing the same game. And I think you want to play for your strong player in Boom here. But Ancient catches out a scout towards the bottom of the play, and Capture's just going off the distraction. Sagebird is low. They just have to bundle force choke, and Dave and Captured overcommit. They go down. There's no shoulders to make space. Freemium, they can just heal up, and they're going to force Barcode slowly and surely out of this mid.
Freemium played that so well. They did such a good job of baiting those soldiers into overcommitting. I don't know if you saw that, but all of them were in the red health, but they still just managed to keep themselves alive and get those picks onto those soldiers, which essentially has solidified that mid for them. Now we're gonna see them trying to push into second here, maybe playing a bit of the poke game. 6 on choke, so you might be looking to go maybe cheese.
This is definitely a scenario where Power Puker can just go in, throw away its life away, and then go up on Sniper, because this, like you said, Hoot, second and last, the Sniper sightlines are just too powerful. Like, you have too much space here to work. But Power Puker and his scout partner on the flank, they take a 2v1, they force down the soldier to bomb. If they get this pick, the flank overrun, and Power Puker's behind in lobby.
Yeah, Captured is forced to jump away here as Freemium gets a ton of space through cheese. They're catching them out. Alley here, this is gigantic for Freemium. Sarcasm is going to get forced, and they're going to be doing an exchange in Alley. There's 5 players up on the side of Freemium, and they're going to be using Uber here. Can they catch Sarcasm in time? Oh, and no! People on Alley! And that's going to be the round for Freemium, 100%. 11 seconds on Fine, Captured, and Anje as Day, tries to make a desperate salvage play to prevent them from getting through Alley. But now it's all up to Disabled and Sarcasm as he takes a 1 versus 3 on the point, a 1 versus 4 now. But respawns are up. Captured is bombing in onto the point. And wow, Freemium actually are not going to be able to get this last push. That's these respawn timers just coming into play there. If those were like 3-4 seconds longer, Freemium would have gotten that round guaranteed.
Indeed, and now they can take second, but they have to watch their health. They can't overcommit like Capture does towards Boiler. He gets killed by Gimme, knows how far he can stretch his boundaries, and Gimme gets that kill. So now Freemium, they have some leeway to work in. They know at least Frog or Boiler is weak because of Captured's death, and they're already on the chase here. No, Dave is 150 HP, he has to jump out. They have to give this up. They have to rely on Fine to make the work here, but
Fine is overextended here. He's gonna get focused by Blizzard because when Sarcasm goes down first, and now it's gonna be Anjin going down to Boom. Who's traded up by Anjin, but it doesn't even matter because now Barcode is 4 down. It's just Captured and Disabled here, and I don't think they're gonna be able to work a miracle like they were able to on the last push. Yep.
Oh, but Stage! Wait, the team they're going towards far right! He goes down, and now Captured ice slice the fight, so Hikaru wins a 1v1 Soldier MDE, and Captured might want more. He's going for seconds, he's going for dessert right now on the Boom.
He's through Shutter. Oh,
he's out.
Beefs the jump a little onto second, but yeah. Wow, I can't believe it's those respawn times. I'm repeating myself, but it's those respawn times.
Yeah, I think Freemium just went on a heater there. They eventually scrambled and thought they could just win up pure numbers, but they lost their individual fights. But Captured and Co, they're in through Boiler. And just making the space. Boom is then blasted back to Smithereens, but he's dangerously low. He won't be able to support. Captured's making the space towards Flower. And Hikaru though does so much damage towards the flank of Disabled and Dave. Dave and Disabled are too low, they cannot stay anymore with your Barcode.
Yeah, and those 2 players on the flank are actually pretty critical to maintaining that pressure in this push, and those players being really low along with the death of Fine are going to make sure that they don't get to push into middle here. Barcode actually has a bit of ad here. It's 20 ad, but it's definitely not usable, especially at this point. They would have had to been moving into a choke already. But
man,
yeah,
Puker, man, he's on Sniper.
He's on Sniper once again. This guy's a one trick.
This is the winning recipe for Freemium, so I'm kind of curious to see how Barcode are going to play. They can't corral like they are on point right now, because that just allows Boom to shoot pipes through choke, and then he can just get spam on to point, and then the soldier can bomb off of that. So it's going to be a 3-man punch with Hikaru, Boom, and Power Puker.
Power Puker's inching his way into Frog here, takes a shot, doesn't really hit anything. Moving into choke now. It's so strong how Sniper can just rotate from one of these sightlines to another. He's in sightline heaven. And it's really interesting to me that Sniper is
oh my gosh.
Fine goes down to a gambit play by Gimme, and Gimme takes out Captured with it as well.
Gimme! Give me more! Give me more! Give me a little more! Of that.
Oh my goodness, that was such a good gambit taken by Gimme there. He recognized that the demo was overextended and immediately just went and just took the initiative to take him out.
And Power Puker there supporting with the headshots. Did about 300 damage worth of headshots, so 2 headshots to that. And Hikaru's in making the space, but he cannot overextend. They just need to keep slowly working. And just as I see that Hikaru goes down, they could have just slowly worked the Power Puker sniper, maybe work on some heroics with Gimme, but instead, they're going to just take their time. They're going to reset. There's definitely no need to push the issue. You have 5 minutes to your name to work a last sack here.
Yeah, I think Hikaru definitely got a bit too excited on that last push. I noticed that he was in while the rest of the team was still like in like the lobby alley-ish area, so just a bit too fast on his part, I think. But here we're still just gonna reestablish Power Puker is still on sniper, and Anjin is actually on sniper as well, so it's gonna be.
But I don't like where Barcode's position. They have no place to deny a high bomb, so if Hikaru is aware of it, which he's not, instead Gimme's gonna fall here. They're just gonna walk into the meat grinder here if you're freemium, but instead Barcode won't be the ones being the meat grinder, and Hikaru might be the second person to get grinded up too. Walks up the choke, thankfully doesn't crater, and all the space is given to Barcode here. But the Uber is out. Toge does not want to give up the space, but they've lost a second player in Hikaru.
Oh, and they're gonna get caught out here. This might be all 3 dead on the side of premium, but oh, Dave with the gigantic bomb gets traded out by Boom, but not before taking out Power Puker and Sagebird.
Gimmy's on last versus Captured. He has to win this 1v1. 1 shot, 2 shots, just needs to finalize it. His team is strapping point, and they're doing the work. It's just Captured on last. His team is falling apart.
And that's 2 rounds on the side of premium. Gimme with the insane clutch play on that 1v1. Gets the back cap, and now freemium are up around.
Give me a little more of that. Give me a little more of that. Give me some of that. And that's what Gimme gave to us, man. This is so good for freemium. They're just on a heater right now. They're letting Barcode play into their game, not playing into Barcode's game. It's a great showing overall.
Yep, both demos are on time to mid at this point. Maybe Boom was a little faster, but we're seeing there's the same default mid that both teams have been taking for pretty much the entire game. We see a bit of aggression from Boom there as both soldiers are bombing in now. There's a counter bomb from Captured as he pays back onto Tower. And there's immediately 2 taken down by Boom. Hikaru also getting disabled and Toge getting Dave. Disabled saying, nice shot in chat. I guess I missed something crazy.
Yeah. Wait! Oh my gosh! The medic surfs Sarcasm! He just needs a little more space to get out, and he does! Great surf from Sarcasm. But I wanted to
Gimmy's going for this.
He is.
Yeah, Gimme says, no. He makes a smart choice in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're going to try to take space into alley here. Trying to make a bit of space for a sack. It's going to be coming through dungeon, I think. Yep, Power Puker's in, beefs the jump a little bit, and he's going to be removed from the equation. So how much you want to bet that Power Puker's going to come with Sniper? Oh, wow. Wait, Anjin's actually a spy here. Anjin's a spy, yeah.
But I was going to say back to that mid, Hikaru did a really good job. He didn't land directly into the team, so he actually distracted 2 soldiers while everybody on freemium walked forward. So that was a really great mid to start off from Hikaru, but Anjin's ready and in position for the spy play hoot.
Yeah, I'm definitely... Oh, he's coming for Frog here. Looking at the medic. The medic... Oh, no! It's gonna drop!
And he's still alive! They're looking for him! They're trying to sniff out the rat in the enemy! But they aren't able to! And Power Puker needs...
Oh, there's a backup coming out! They're on their own soldier! And he's going to get the backup again! It's not possible that freemium steals these away twice in a row!
No way! That was actually so clutch! So Power Puker goes on spy. He wants the medic originally, but he actually delays the cap for the soldier back cap! That was insane from freemium, and that... Definitely not the play that they drew up.
So back to mid, that was a shockingly fast round, especially for what happened. But yeah. Oh, huge aggression on the side from Barcode here. All players are just holding W. Both soldiers are in. Dumbo's across point. Scouts are across point. But Power Puker can Gimme immediately say, get out of here. I don't want to see your face around here anymore. Dave grabbing Toge, Hikaru grabbing Fine, Hikaru grabbing another in disabled, and that's going to be the second point for freemium. Both teams drop their medics, but they're going to be able to get the second point and most likely the forwards for their players. Oh no.
So Barcode originally started off that mid by double bombing both teams behind, and they actually did get their successful kill onto the medic, but they had to commit 2 fighting classes for it, and that just allows freemium to overrun, especially when you're 5 fighting classes versus 3, even without your medic, you can still collapse on the rest of Barcode, and that's just what happened there. Both medics lost, but in the war of attrition, freemium come out on top.
Yep, so Barcode here are going to have a bit of ad. I don't think they're building it out, though. I don't see any players building. So it's definitely just going to even out here. We already see the Engineer and Heavy coming out onto last, as freemium are still just building on second. We're probably going to see Power Peaker just sack once again and come up on Sniper. So, yeah, I would place my bets on that one.
I'm just going to say that
Barcode on Spy
Barcode...
here, checking off classes, pretty smart decision to make.
I'm just gonna say that Barcode, like, the reason why Power Peaker Sniper is working is because they back up way too much. They need to, as I say that Ancient is on Sniper, they need to have some kind of counter, some aggression here, and that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna fight Lobby, give them space for the Sniper, and Find is lighting up Power Peaker like a Christmas tree here.
Yeah, Engine keeping watch on the left side here. That soldier keeps testing him over and over again. He only really manages to land an 80 damage shot as he rotates to Alley here, looking for a new pick to grab. That Scout is not going to present himself to his crosshair, but he does, and he misses a shot. Soldier sacking in onto the right side. It's going to be a double sack from the part of Freemium. Hikaru is in, and so is Gimme, but I think Gimme's going to get out. Or maybe that was Hoot. I couldn't see, actually. I'm not going to lie.
So now that Hikaru is dead, he can definitely hold the force for Power Peaker here, but they want to ensure that they deny the Sniper because you can't leave it up to Boom here, as the Sniper is peeking towards Bats. Ancient is getting pressured up, and Power Peaker might die for it. Oh no, he craters! No.
Oh no, but Barcode's combo is getting space in lobby here. Oh no, Find is alone on the right side by Shutter. Will he meet back up with his medic? He's in alone!
He's
so
like the
caught
point
here, but the soldier's in the corner, and they're on the combo in left side. Freemium have to get out here. Their Uber is a little worse. Oh no, Gimme, he's caught out, and he dies to Anjin's
But Hikaru with the massive bomb gets the medic! The Power Peaker was there for the security insurance, but never mind, Hikaru's a plan A.
Power Peaker is on Spy here, is gonna go for another are we gonna see another back cap from Freemium? Don't say it ain't so. Oh, but he's actually gonna go for the Spy here, with a grudge, wait, he's running to last year. Oh no, he's gonna cut off the Sniper, surely. He's gonna get the Sniper.
Okay.
Butter knife him. I think that's worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth there. And plus, even with that medic kill, it didn't matter if Power Peaker had gone for the backup or not. They still have a plan B in the fact that they have Uber add to Siege Burb's name. So 35 ad for Freemium. They can definitely work it here, play off the momentum. Gimme and Boom have been a focal point for this team. Sure, the individual plays are here, though.
Power Peaker is coming up on Spy here, despite Freemium having about 30 ad. I'm not sure if they're just going to look to stalemate it again.
The back cap policy.
Back cap policy.
They added it to the insurance premium and freemium. It's definitely not freemium anymore. It's a premium at that.
Yeah. So Power Peaker is in on the left side here as the Uber comes out on the right side. Great splitting off from the combo. Hikaru's gonna go down to the sentry, but Boom avenges Hikaru's death by killing the sentry. Gimme goes down to Anjin here, and Power Peaker, he's poised. He's poised for the back cap, but Barcode knows.
Sold it though.
Barcode knows. They're the knowers.
Wait,
or maybe
Dave?
they're not. Maybe they're not the knowers. Maybe they're the No, Dave is aware. Nah. Oh, so
I think it's good that
Power Peaker's gonna go for the
backstab
here,
though. They don't show their hands, so this is actually pretty good. So Freemium can still get the force on mid. Maybe they want to sack both Power Peaker and Hikaru, but because of the Spy's movement speed, he's not going to be there on time for the play to happen. So.
Yeah, and I think Barcode are aware of this because they're aggressing super heavily on mid. Yeah, they know that Freemium are on Spy right now, and they're taking advantage of this mana advantage. But Peaker here on mid.
They're pushing everything they have had, though.
Yeah, they're pushing into this pretty hard. It's even. They're trying to take a DM fight here. The exchange is going to occur on second. Oh, great mayhem going on.
Gimme is doing the work. The damage on point is there. Boom's falling up. They're going to cut off the combo towards Peaker, the trick stab, and Gimme to add to that.
Power Peaker grabs Sarcasm with that backstab, and Freemium are going to take that wipe gracefully as they get into mid here. Sage Burp is going to have roughly 40 ad, 50 ad for the beginning of this second push, and I think Barcode are just going to have to give the second. I don't think... Yeah, they have 3 players and sticks set up, but this ad, I think... Once this ad is built out, I think you just have to respect it.
I think here it's good to go for the force here because it would delay enough for Freemium to have their 50% ad negated as Barcode fall back into last, so they can definitely go for a play here. If it was full to this set, I would advise against going for it, but they're just Freemium has different plans in mind.
Boom gets air shot by Fine and immediately dives to Anja, getting dropped from the Uber. Hikaru kills Fine, and that they're recommitting into the second here. Lots of damage onto the players, but it's not going to be enough as Barcode are shoved out. Disabled goes down to Gimme and Capture goes down to Toge. Anja grabs Power Peaker, but Freemium are going to establish here onto second with about 40 ad because Sarcasm did go down during the whole fiasco that was occurring there.
Yeah, Siyo will now have 50% added. It's going to be building up to even 60%. Sarcasm, they're going to build here, but they need to have some forward aggression. So as Freemium walk into this last, Barcode definitely needs to take some space. They cannot be forced to all kite through spawn door because that will just lead into a Thanksgiving stuffing there. So it's actually a spy again on Power Peaker, but I did not like it. I think that it would be better if they have 2 soldiers strong for the last hole. And this sentry spot, man, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, I tell you.
Yeah. Captured is going to get a shot onto Gimme here. Will this ruin Premium's plans to push in? Gimme is the pocket scout and he's a main caller. I think it's infinitely harder to be main calling when you're dead.
You still call it in though. You do have a scout here in Toge, so Toge's gonna actually lead the charge here. They're gonna shoot the sentry. They do need to play point though, because Sarcasm is coming up on ad. They need to go focus the FBI's most wanted here. Sarcasm is at 95%. Boom, Sarcasm the plan. He gets it. He executes it with perfection.
But Barcode here still making a name for themselves. Still established on last. Stage we're gonna have 30 ads. Sarcasm unfortunately dying at 97%, I believe.
So I'm curious here if Power Peaker will go back on Spy again, because it's not working out clearly. But they are getting the pick onto the medic, and thankfully Power Peaker's on Soldier for this last push. We should still be on the Banny config right now, by the way, for anybody tuning in, because this is intermediate. Only amateur newcomer use the 2-half rule set as for the season. So Freemium definitely won't be heading into halftime here. We'll be going for the overtime here, unless Freemium gets 5 rounds before 4 minutes expire, or Barcode just win 5 rounds somehow. But the Uber is in, Hoot. This is really bad for Freemium, or Barcode. They're all the way back in this spawn.
Yeah, so Sentry goes down on Rock immediately. Freemium, sorry, getting a bit of cap time onto mid here, but not a lot. Sarcasm finally has the Uber. Are we going to see him pop, or is he going to save it for this push into mid, potentially? And it seems that Freemium, all their players have lost. Sarcasm has full Uber advantage, and that's going to be this last push pretty much completely stuffed out by Barcode.
One thing that I didn't like from that last push from Freemium is that they didn't take the demo in, so definitely Boom could have been a part of that Uber, but instead he lagged behind and trailed the Uber, and he got bombed by a soldier forward and got punished. So now Freemium, they're gonna work a sniper here and try to work a miracle on ice.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna take a double scout Uber, you immediately need to have your scouts just like turn around for any soldiers that try to bomb your demo who's trailing the Uber, because if they don't, then you're gonna lack that firepower. But Freemium are gonna deny this push into mid. Find and Anjin both died, I believe, to the sniper.
Yeah, one was
going to even out.
One was just to the sniper, and I think that's bad now for Barcode, because now they have to realize, once the Freemium relies on the sniper and it's working to a T, Barcode are going to be conditioned here to use in before they push into any point, because they just have not been able to deal with the Power Peaker sniper. But Capture's going to try to answer back.
So we're seeing a lot of establishment on the left side from the part of Barcode, trying to work their sniper into lobby. It's going to be a sniper versus sniper against Anjun once again. Both snipers take a shot, miss. Both snipers take another shot and miss again. There's a lot of pressure still in left side. Capture gets headshot. Buff saves him. Key player, what can I say? And Captured establishes himself as the better player as he takes out Power Peaker. Says,
there
get out
has
of
to
here.
be an alpha in the wolf pack. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it takes out Power Peaker there. Immediately moves to establish space in lobby, which I really like. He's going to peek into alley here, try to get an angle onto the combo that's playing on second. Can he get a pick here? Takes a shot, misses again. And I think that's going to be the end of his forays into alley. He's going to take one more peek into bats, and I think he's going to take the shot, and then he's going to end up dying for it. Yeah, so Gimmy's right there. He's probably going to take this aggro, but Gimme gets piped by Find. Not going to take that fight anymore.
In this pregame, you said that Barcode were going to be the off-class masters, but it feels like Freemium are the off-class masters for this one, though.
Yeah,
it's just weird.
Dude, the amount of times I've like scrimmed against Barcode and that they've run like Sniper Spy or something stupid like that.
Oh, he got timing going! No, Dave was rocket jumping over and he got killed.
You know, sometimes you're just unlucky, but Gimmy's gonna take out Capture here. He's going to want to go for more. Doesn't really grab the soldier on his way out. Soldier had full beam tanking him, but they're taking space in alley now. He's trying to make space for a sack. The sentry takes out Hikaru though.
And Toge's gonna fall here in top right. No! He 2 shots Dave! He wins the standoff, and oh my gosh, that could have been bad for Freemium. if
That
Huge
could have been
followed
pretty
on.
bad. Power
And
Peeker.
I'm
Bad
surprised they're not
spy.
spy checking. They're not spy checking on Barcode either. Surely the second time works.
This is not the second time. This is like the
Oh,
sixth
Power
time.
Peeker just took spam in the bats. Oh no, they know
It's
the
okay.
the gig is up.
They don't know. They're not knowers. I believe that freemium. They have like a spy knowledge blocker. But Barcode, all of them in alley here. Power Peekers are great. English.
Oh no! I cursed them.
And that's gonna be full ad. Is Freemium gonna take this immediately, or they're gonna wait for their players? It seems that they're trying to get into
They
lobby
should
right
go
now.
right now while
Hikaru
the
taking a
fields are
huge
not
fight.
up.
They're through left. So they're gonna have to take out the sentry first. It's on the right side. They pop onto the demo and their scout here. Almost getting a bit of cap time.
Fine. Gimme just gonna kill Fine and isolate him from the rest of the team of Barcode. But look at this. Everybody's stuck to respond, but Freeman, they don't have the numbers and they don't have the health. Hikaru, Boom is next up to fall. He actually somehow surfs into a window and gets out to lobby.
Boom is a legend. I saw it.
Like, there's someone spy.
He surfed from the point to the window or something like that. Like,
He did. But look at this. Power Peeker's in a position. Surely the third time is gonna work here. Oh, look at that. If he had uncloaked right there, Anjin had actually looked back. They're anticipating the spy on Freemium. These guys are not gonna let anything slip through the cracks. Actually, Power Peeker
this
almost-
is looking like a bit of a crack here. I don't know. Oh, but Power Peeker's gonna get. He's gonna get.
Oh,
fast.
he got bumped into the medic, bumped into him. No.
So we're gonna see a round limit change to 4 now as Batty Config has come into effect. Oh yeah, and Power Peeker's down there. Look, hey, a demo for a spy. I'll take a trade any day of the week. And Ubers are even here. Hikaru maybe looking for a chance to stack, doesn't really find one, so he backs up out of Frog, back onto the mid, and they're just gonna reestablish, wait for Gimme, and take another chance from there. But Barcode are getting into cheese here. They recognize this man advantage, are trying to get it, but they get forced in the cheese.
This is not
and
good.
getting
This is
dropped
not
here
good.
is really bad. This is not a good Uber. But Hikaru gets dropped by Capture,
shots.
and now it's looking good. The entire
Capture
combo of
wants
Barcode
more.
gets through cheese. Boom is retreating all the way back to choke, forces surf that rocket, and Barcode establishes places on mid here.
He doesn't need no help. He doesn't need a fighting class to protect him. He protects himself against that scout that runs in between his fighting classes and him and just kills him. Barcode.
Yeah, both
Momentum's in
Tuge
their
and Gimme
favor.
went for that, and Tuge was fended off by sarcasm, and Gimme went down to
Yeah.
one of these scouts. Captured on spy here. Is he checking?
No,
Okay, Captured is
I want him
checking.
to commit. He needs to commit here.
He's got to commit. Oh, he doesn't
Oh.
commit. He's a coward. Simply checks. No off
Roy
passes on either
O'Banny.
team.
Fear, question mark. So this is actually the scenario where Barcode have not been in at all this game. It's usually been Freemium in this scenario where they have mid and they can work a second. But what Freemium does usually to work the stack really well is either one, they have the Power Peeker sniper, or two, they bait players into bombing to lock out Boiler. But instead, Capture's gonna fade here and he's gonna bait in the bomb from Dave through Frog. This
And
is
Dave is just waddling.
Where serves that? He didn't even look that way.
Yeah, I think he should have just cut his losses and just like focused everything into trying to grab Boom there, because Boom was definitely way closer to him.
Yeah.
But here, Freemium is pushing forward to cheese here, but they're getting hard stuffed out by Fine. And
This is really weird right now because Freemium definitely had a chance because everybody looked towards Boiler side on Barcode, so the flank through Frog was open. But actually, there was Gimme just walking in, or actually no, that was Captured bombing in. Sorry, excuse me, and he gets the force off of Freemium falling back from Boiler.
Sage Ripper just wait.
He
Sage
got
Ripper
forced by Capture's bomb.
Okay. It looked
Yeah.
like a misclick on my screen. I'm not sure why. I didn't see the Uber. My bad.
It's all good.
Okay.
And now Freemium are gonna go for the cycle in a second, but in case they need to go back to last, Huge is gonna go on the sentry here, so I like this.
Yeah, something good.
Oh,
Hikaru
that's
doesn't grab Fine, and they might get wrapped in lobby here. Power Peeker's gonna have to jump out, makes it out barely with 25 HP, 5 HP, but they're Ubering through right immediately. Barcode is in. They're looking to take this fast.
And everybody's
at
up in
75
spawn.
here. This is definitely grabbable for them. Barcode very low in health in general. He might be losing space, but Premium lose 4 immediately to just Dave with Andrew with huge frags onto them. That
Yeah,
happens
I like
immediately.
that. I like that a lot from Barcode. They point force Freemium to kite through spawn. Freemium makes a mistake of kiting everybody through spawn, and because Hikaru is dead and the respawn time is too slow, which is one of the weird gimmicks of Sultry. If you die early, you have like a 20-second respawn time around last. They don't have any soldiers to bomb for point. Power Peeker was resubbing. So Barcode, they bait the players to kite. Really good job.
Yeah, so we're back in the mid again. We see Toge is playing on floor over here. Captured bombing in immediately. They're gonna send 2 behind to go for the soldier, and Barcode recognizes this immediately and aggroes their players onto the point. Dave is in, lines a rocket onto Sarcasm. Or hold on, sorry. Not Dave, my bad. Hikaru. Harpeaker's gonna go down to Anjin, and this is gonna be a 1 mid for Barcode as Toge and Gimme are forced to leave with Sagebird.
Okay, so now that Captured and Dave have been bombing behind, Freemium have been getting sandwiched really hard, and this was a really good switch up from Barcode. They actually walked just as Freemium right as their soldiers bombed behind. So they essentially choked Freemium out of that mid, and I really like that switch up in strategy from Barcode.
Yeah, I think that was really good, recognizing that they had sent 2 players behind to deal with the soldiers, so they just immediately aggroed all their players onto the remaining players in mid. Yeah. I think that was a very good choice of them to make. And we're gonna see, is this another sniper versus sniper incident? Not yet, not yet. It's just Power Peeker making space into lobby here.
Ooh, Barcode goes fine, man. Well, maybe
yeah.
They don't need that.
Dave goes down to Boom. It's gonna be 1 pick up for Freemium. We're gonna see their counter-stack coming through eventually, or maybe they're just gonna try to work their sniper further into lobby. Yep, that's what they're gonna do here as Power Peeker makes his way into lobby. They've established themselves in lobby. There's gonna be a scout happening in the shutter. Anjin backs up, doesn't want to take that fight. Good choice. And Power Peeker is going to start picking bats here. He sees a shot onto the Sarcasm, misses it, and he gets stuffed out by Captured.
You know, I have not known Hoot as a player, but I know what she would say. Wait, why am I talking to you about you in the third person? But go spy. That's what Hoot would be saying right now. And Dave definitely didn't hear the call there because he went sniper and he got punished by Power Peeker. Power Peeker is just winning all the 1v1s on sniper.
Power Peeker hitting Dave with the double question mark chat. Power Peeker grabbing Find as well. This is so much space for Freemium, and they're going to force an exchange for Barcode here, right? Yeah, Barcode immediately exchanging onto the scout. They grab Hikaru. Are they going to keep running into Alley? Oh, but they get split. Sarcasm runs into Alley while Disabled runs into lobby, but it doesn't matter because this... Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, Dave could go for the backup here. He kills the sniper, and he might get the scout too. They're scattered around like Freemium. They're getting sniffed out like rats in the sewer. And this is actually really bad right now because now they only have Gimme and Tuge, and Boom and Hikaru is going to respawn. They find in lobby. No pun intended there. And Gimme's going to go back. He has to rally back and regroup. They're going to kill all the strikers and Barcode that are going in the last. Oh my goodness.
Barcode, and she's captured on Sarcasm here. Sarcasm is in a catchable spot maybe if Hikaru takes this initiative, but no, he's going to end up leaving in Frog with Captured. He's got his bodyguard right there. And Freemium's going to establish on mid here. Sorry, that whole like that just like got really like complicated to look at because I saw Sarcasm ended up going alley and this guy he was Ubering onto ended up going to bat, so
yeah,
that was really
they had to take a forward exchange. They take a forward exchange because the sniper would have choked them out a second. Nope. Not really literally, but Barcode, they had to take the forward exchange, and then Freemium, they sat around and shudder. Once they had those 2 picks, they should have just gone straight in for the exchange back, but they backed up, almost lost because they scattered around their flank. They lost their flank, and then the exchange in lobby happened. Yeah, pretty much just like a moment of chaos that you can't really analyze here. It's intermediate TF2 after all.
And so Ubers are evening back out. Some Barcode sack Captured is in. Fading back into cheese. We're gonna see the same frog play. It's happening again. And will Sarcasm live this time? Oh, sorry, Sagebird. Sagebird lives this time. Sagebird. I'm bad at pronouncing words, but yeah, Freemium gonna look to get into choke here. Or maybe it's Sagebird. Because I think
we'll say Sagebird.
Regardless. Yeah. So Captured going here for a bomb onto Sagebird. Boiler ends up dropping to a random
Wait. Oh my gosh, they were actually spamming from Boiler, so Captured bombs it, and he actually smoked Sagebird surf into the pipe that Find was spamming.
And Barcode is back in. Gimme is on Sarcasm as he forces him, and Gimmy's running away back into Frog, back into mid. He's moving around. He doesn't want to get caught here. He's on 5 HP. Not 5 HP anymore.
Oh my gosh, Gimme is on a one-man mission. He's bringing back everybody with his soldier partner in the flank. He may have gotten the soldier spotted though. But now Gimmy's gonna die and wait, how did you on
Picker
there?
takes out Dave. These two are the dynamic duo in the backline right now.
And 2K
Our
wants to go back in. He knows that everybody's focused on the players behind, and they're going to take opportunity and take for real estate here on Premium. Not without Hikaru, though, taking a lot of damage and dangerously dying there. They're going dangerously low.
Our Picker actually put a ton of damage onto the combo from behind there. I'm not sure if you saw that. He came through cheese and put Pine to like 50 HP, so he was forced to back up even more. And captured here with a huge bomb onto Hikaru and Boom. Boom is 35 HP, and they're going to be forced to leave the mid here as Boom goes down. There's going to be more fighting going on in Cheese. Gimme wins that Scout versus Scout against Disable, but Captured is in and grabs Sagebird before Barcode start grabbing second.
Okay, I received confirmation. It is Siegebird.
Okay, Sagebird. It's Sagebird. Okay.
I was saying it right originally. You convinced me that it was Sagebird, though.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Dude,
He's behind the
so
He's going to get sandwiched and die.
Yeah, Gimme is down here. This is full advantation for Barcode.
They have a vantage point here. If they go in through top right, they'll start off on the high ground here, and that's what they're going to do. Now, I don't like that they're going to take Captured in. I think it should just be a fine and Ange Uber, but doesn't matter. They're going to go for the random Uber. They're going to isolate 2K on point. Everybody's in spawn for premium. No one's going behind. Aside from Hikaru, who isn't successful in his adventure, and Captured's going to bomb, make the space. Everybody's going Barcode, but they can just heal up, play the numbers game. But boom! One pipe, two pipe. He's on a one-man army right now. He's gonna fight against the Scout on point. He's getting Misha, but he has the medic heals to his name. He's gonna one pipe onto Engine, but still Engine's gonna go for the medic. He's managed to get it.
No, that's so sad for Freemium.
Feels bad for Sagebird. She got isolated by Engine, and Engine just hit the shots.
Yeah, I think. See, that's really like that's what you said earlier about you know, those like old ESEA days Ubers, like ESEA day Ubers coming out. Yeah.
Maybe Capture should go on the shotgun if they're gonna take that kind of Uber next time. No,
honestly, yeah, I think yeah, because we just saw what that was captured and Fine taking that Uber. I feel like if that were just a Scout, then it would have been. I think that would have gone infinitely better. I think it's just easier to catch people because the soldier there just gets denied by the sentry immediately. But Barcode are back in, Ubering through alley. And
but the Pyro's in 9. Oh my god, 2K hit the reflect type. Oh, he was getting spammed, but I don't think it's gonna matter in the grand scheme of things. It's a 5v5 on last. Capture is halfway through for Barcode, and Capture bombing one shot onto the soldier, almost gets that kill, but he does so much damage, and it's just sarcasm. But he has the arrows. If he gets one arrow onto Gimme, one head,
Sagebird just lying there, trying to figure out what just happened, what really happened.
Yeah, that was a really weird last push. Ancient almost got dropped. Then Toge on the Pyro reflects Fine out of the Uber and almost kills Fine as Fine was shooting pipes into a Pyro. And then everything turns into like soldiers bombing, so much damage is done. And then eventually comes down to the medic versus Scout and medic, and that's all she wrote in history books.
Yeah, so we're gonna see Freemium try to work their way into mid here. Combo is going choke as they get Power Peeker to bomb in for them. He's creating a lot of space for the combo to get through. Carl also bombing back onto that tower. And Freemium have established themselves on mid. Captured is in once again. Doesn't manage to drop Siegebird, but Siegebird is at 30 HP, 50 HP now. They've got to get out of there. This is not a safe zone for them.
Yeah, and with Sarcasm at 30% dissat, if Freemium just barrel their way into second, whether that be through Choke, whether that be through Frog or Boiler, they're not as what and Dave goes for an ultimate.
Oh,
it's a massive nuclear bomb.
What happened there? Dave just explosioned on Siegebird. That was insane. Capture's gonna grab Power Picker in Cheese as well, and Freemium is gonna lose this mid. They're gonna have to get out of there. Salvage play trying to come out from Hikaru, but it doesn't grab anything. It's just gonna be 2K and Boom, leaving back to last.
This is crazy right now because we are about 45 minutes-ish into the game right now, and we still are not done. This is a thriller though. It's a thriller though, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I remember you telling me at the beginning of this, oh, it's gonna be like 30, like 40 minutes. Don't worry too much about it. Here we are at 45.
This is what happens when a team runs by like 5 straight times for a last push. Kappa. But Capture, they have ad. They're gonna take it into Bar. for Barcode, leading on Angent and Barcode. They're going to be the ones that get the Uber. It's going to be a family Uber here on point, but the frags are not being focused. They do get Tuge towards right. Hikaru's isolated on point now and will get killed by the spam of the projectiles, and this should be a run for Barcode here. They focus on the heavy, who's getting arrowed by Siege, but Siege is just pumping heals into his team. Her team, sorry.
Wow. And wow, Barcode once again stuffed on that last push. See, that's the thing. Like this map, I feel like it's just so hard to push last.
It is, but like the thing is that nobody focused the heavy, and Siege, she just pumped arrows into her heavy, and like nobody was focusing the same targets on Barcode there. And I think that's like what happened. The communication breaks down after the post Uber for lower level teams, and it just turns into a scramble fight, really.
And freemium are trying to get into mid here. Boom gets piped in the choke. Not too much of a worry. Was buffed. Always get your buffs.
Look at this. Capture's ready for a bomb here from Boiler in case they don't get focused. And actually, they just lose Find. Find was
gonna go down, yeah. And this is a good stack for Hikaru here, but I'm not sure if he got denied or if he beefed the jump.
He just beat the jump on the wall shot. Unfortunate.
That's sad, but there's gonna be another stack attempt coming in from Power Direct captured, but doesn't get much else beyond that. But they're exchanging now onto the point. There's a lot of people in this Uber, which I don't really like. Blue's gonna have to get saved by
Dave in the post. This is so good for him. 1 rocket, 2 rockets, gets the medic, might get Boom, but his friends are here to help. They're gonna wipe the rest of freemium.
Yep, Angent taking a fight against Power Peaker and Frog there. Hikaru's gonna try to get out on 59 HP, has to jump out here, gets clipped by Captured, and Captured gonna bomb in. Both soldiers leaving all of their rockets, and Gimmy's gonna clean up that kill.
Oh no, and Gimmy's just gonna make a meal out of these soldiers, but won't choose to commit on the 12 HP Dave.
Yeah. Oh, minus 54 HP and Frog here. This is very bad for him. He backs up to Frog, bunkers in there a little bit, waits to get healed, and this is looking pretty good for Barcode once again. And freemium on Spy here. I don't know if are they checking off classes? I think they're just checking off classes now. Or no, Power Peaker's on
Power
second.
Peaker's committed. They're committed to the cause here. And I like that. You need desperate times call for desperate measures, and this is the Spy. This is the desperate measure that they have, but they have Uber, so Power Peaker's gonna essentially be a non-factor in the Uber. And it doesn't help that he goes down too. So they're down a soldier, and this is really bad. This could spell huge trouble for freemium. As the Uber's out, but the frags are not being finalized just yet.
Frags aren't finalized yet, but Hikaru, Boom, and Toge are all down. Siege is going to be dropped for 5 HP, and that's going to be a 3rd round on the board for Barcode. Barcode had their work cut out at the beginning of the round decreased, but here they are, 3-3. Last round is going to declare everything in terms of who the winner is going to be.
Freemium's gimmicks have been read like a book, and definitely a really bad timing there if you're Power Peaker to go Spy there, and even worse timing to not even be alive for the post Uber. So Barcode, they were down 3-1. They were looking like it's all doom and gloom, but maybe the grass screener on the other side of blue. So they can bring it back here, and this could finalize the comeback here. It just matters on this one mid. They cannot afford to fight. Capture gonna go bomb behind once again, and Dave is gonna play out the distraction. He bombs in, but nothing is for him. Capture's gonna follow up. He gets a lot of damage, but they need to aggress on Barcode. Look at where they are. They're just now getting up on the point, and they are gonna wipe the floor clean with freemium bodies.
Are we gonna see them just run from mid to last immediately here? Is it just gonna be a mid to last on the? Is it gonna be a mid to last on the final round after so many stalemates?
Finally, we're seeing some non-stop Mission Impossible action coming right to you right now for this final round.
Yeah, so freemium are at full disac here. We're going to try to maybe build it out a little bit. Toge is on the pyro immediately, escorting the sniper. They're putting everything into this hero shot here. Sarcasm peeks into the sniper, but
they cannot afford to die. They need to heal up on Barcode. Okay, fine. That's great. Now they have all players up. Everybody's healthy for the family Uber and captured. Once again, they use so early in, but they get denied by the pyro.
Them out in the doorway. That's so smart. Hikaru and Toge both go down, but that's the entire duration of this Uber gone. But freemium are down 2 players here. Power Peaker being dropped to 3 HP. Will he manage to reset the time?
But the frags are in favor of Barcode. They're gonna corral everybody. The combo's on point. It's just giving him 23 HP.
Oh my god. And wow. Dude, you won a bet! You won a prediction!
Wait. I predicted Barcode. The J curse is broken. Barcode, thank you, Captured. Thank you for your in-game leading. Sure, those family Ubers were not good, but you took it out for me. Finally, the J curse is broken. Barcode take it 4-3. I win. Barcode wins, I win too. Let's go. And it's just in time for a second match too, Hoot. So
Yeah.
epic gamer moment.
Thank goodness.
So actually, Barcode only had 20% odds there based on our channel prediction points. So the 20% of the 100%, they're gonna come home. They're gonna go to the casino and they're gonna probably lose it again on this next match. But congrats to those underdog bettors. And that was a great match for Sultry. You cannot ask for a better and more close match for a new map like that. Hoot.
Yeah, that was really close. I'm not sure. I think Barcode were just able to stay more consistent the entire like match. I feel like Premium especially just started like maybe losing steam near the end there. I would have liked to. I would have liked to see one of the teams like maybe take attack pause or something. If I'm honest, especially like maybe after that third round where I evened it up, I would have just like taken attack pause, be like, all right, guys, what's going wrong, and just find a way to boost. Make sure everyone just goes to like hydrate, etc. But yeah, that was a great match. Honestly, I really enjoyed watching that. I think Barcode Soldiers were definitely like the people to watch during that match. But Boom was also putting in work too. But we'll go over MVPs.
Yeah, we could go over it another time, but it looks like we're running on schedule here. We did not expect this match to go as far as it did. But Hoot, thank you for casting. I'm going to be joined by Wild Rumpus for the second cast. But before we take our leave to the next match, do you have any shout-outs for us?
Shout-outs to my buddy Garm. Shout-outs to Sarcasm for playing pretty well this match. And shout-outs to 112, actually. Those guys are really fun to hang around with. I'm not sure how many of them were watching, but yeah, shout-outs to you guys.
Well, thank you, Hoot. It was I always love. This is our second cast together, and I can already tell that we have the synergy, and I really enjoyed our cast together. So thank you, Hoot. And I think we can call it a wrap for that Barcode versus Freemium match. So Hoot's going to take her leave. Thank you all for tuning in, but you can stay tuned because right now we're up for the second match of tonight. Lenords versus Rhode Island Pain, I believe. And I have Wild Rumpus here with me for this 10:30 match. We're going to head into the server right as it is. I've communicated the STV. Thank you to Enzo for sending it to us. But Rumpus, how are you, my man? Or might still be muted, but all good. Yeah, still muted. No worries. But this second match is going to happen right now. We're going to head into the to the server. I'm going to put the predictions up actually in the meantime. So you can place your bets right now. It's 10:33. We're going to try to get in before the players get delayed. We don't want to delay their start time any further. I'm going to message Rumpus, the STV, and we're going to get straight into this next match. So hopefully this match is just as close to the other one. That being said, the lineups for Lenords and for Rhode Island Back Pain. Lenords did just win recently yesterday, 3-0 versus the other team that was Bro Moment. They're going to be sporting the same roster that they had. Ronder on Flank Scout, Ryan on Pocket Scout, Roamer is Twix, Pocket Soldier is Mild, Demo Man is Enzo DB, Medic is Ranch Dubois. Rhode Island Back Pain, we got Tomoko. Wait, there was actually a lineup switch up, and I have to remember who it is. Whiteface, Pocket Scout, Tomoko, Flank Scout, Herdomi, Pocket Soldier, Roamer is Pocket Soldier is actually I now, and Roamer is Uncle Rusty, so Omega Rusty making his return. This is some intermediate action, by the way, so we're still doing back-to-back intermediate. Cynics is Demo, and Medic is Hammond, but would prefer to go by Fishboy, generally. My co-caster is still waiting. He's still muted, but we're getting back in. We're getting into things. Don't worry. We're coming, Enzo DB. We're coming. Wait, this might actually be the wrong STV. Okay, yeah. I'm coming into the right STV, actually. Sorry, that was my fault.
And I make my grand entrance.
Hello, Rumpus.
Hello.
Your entrance was slightly delayed by a very close and intensive match on Sultry, and hopefully this cast will be just as intensive as this one. So, as the last one, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So we have Rhode Island Back Pain versus Lenords. Lenords just recently won their first Sultry match, which was yesterday versus Bra Moment, 3-0 against the Giggly and Just Jazz squad. Now, to say the least, they should be the ones favored in this match, but like I said, this is Sultry. This is where you like throw odds out of the window unless it's a game like She6 versus Anglerfish. With all respect to Anglerfish, this is a team. This is a matchup between two teams that have like close to 500% to have even or positive win-loss record. So really, you can't really tell who's going to be a favorite here.
Okay, it looks like there's only 11 in the server too. You don't happen to have like a name file, do you? It's just
I can send it to you, and underscore can send it to you. I just wasn't ready for it, but I'm going to reiterate the rosters because some people didn't see the correction that I made while I was running down the lineups again. So Pocket Scout, starting off with Rhode Island Back Pain. I'm going to reiterate it again and be more clear so people can make sure that I'm actually correct. Whiteface, Pocket Scout, Tomoko, Flank Scout, Pocket Soldier is I. Roamer is Uncle Rusty, so no more Rainbow Roamer Soldier, no more Paradomi Pocket Soldier. Demoment is Cynics. And Medic is Hammond, aka Fishboy, but for this match, it should be Hammond. And that's the roster for Rhode Island Back Pain. Make sure we've set up the predictions, so make sure to bet on one of those teams. Use your channel points. You'll probably win if you bet against me. But once again, for Leonard's, Rander, Flank Scout, Pocket Scout is Ryan, Twix, Roamer, Mild, Pocket Soldier, Enzo DB on the Demo Man constant, Ranch Dubois from the bottom. I am team from last season, sporting up on Medic. So it's going to be interesting, Wild Rumpus, because this is a match where there's a bunch of roster changes for one team, but they're using their subs and no ringers, really. But the other team is strong with their full 6 main lineup. So that's going to be Leonard's, actually, for those who are not informed.
I'm always of the opinion that in lower divs, the team with the ringers just wins, but I don't know if that qualifies for IM or not. We'll have to see.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting match. I mean, it's intermediate, so players should have a general good game sense of 6s, but whether that applies to this map is gonna be different. But I've seen a lot of teams favor pushes. Like, it seems that teams are starting to figure out the map, like, for example, from pushing mid to second, they either go through choke or boiler, never through frog unless they want to, like, catch out a team that just isn't watching the flanks. Last, they usually go through top right through lobby, and it's just, like, teams are starting to understand the map, and it's, human psychology-wise, we don't adapt to change as well as we should be, but in TF2, you gotta adapt. And teams are taking it pretty well, this new change. But some teams, aka my team, and a few other main teams have chosen to stay on Metalworks, so can't really speak for the main division, but for intermediate, they're taking it pretty well.
The cope option. I don't know, I think man, I kind of wish I could have played this season because Sultry looks like a very fun map and a map I would really enjoy playing demo on. Hopefully it sticks and I get to play it in the future.
Yeah, and to reiterate the intentions of this map. So obviously, for those who didn't tune into our match on Wednesday, Arcadia had been talking about the map and his discussions with the creator Flip and Pig Eye, or I forget what Pig Eye's name is, if that's correct. But this is a map that's intended to give soldiers the same freedom of Sunshine without the advantages that Sunshine caters to scouts. So this is really Soldier City, but with these players, I think when you look at the team lineup on paper, like you have Omega, Rusty, and I on one side, then on the other side, you have a playoffs Pocket Soldier that played in main and Mild, and sure you have a newbie in Twix on Roamer, but Mild should more than make up for the deficit in experience in his Soldier duo.
Wait, was Mild on Soldier or Scout when they played main?
Soldier.
That's crazy then.
I'm pretty sure Mild was Soldier, so.
Yeah, that's wild then, because they should be very good for the div then. Because I remember that team being kind of the sleeper team of Season 10 main.
Yeah, because I remember their lineup. I think it was like Ku. For those who don't know what we're talking about the Bunyan Project. And that lineup was like Chariot Medic, Baba Demo, Onion, and Mild Soldiers. And then I forget who Ku's flank scout was. I think it was Bunt. It was Bunt.
Yes, that sounds right.
So
yeah, that team was goated. I don't know if I don't think they made playoffs, unfortunately, but
they did. They actually did. They actually almost defeated. So it was like So for fun trivia, they nearly made playoffs and they made it with one of the worst records, 9-7. They won the first half on Metalworks against the second seeded Bulk Detonator State of Mind 3-1, but then Bulk Detonator just woke up, I guess.
Unfortunate, yeah.
But yeah, they were my sleeper team too.
And I think, okay, I do remember now, they made it into playoffs because of the young man team just having like a cataclysmic loss against Soup Can when they thought they were kind of like a lock for playoffs.
Yeah, so I mean, that being said, let's stop rewinding our boomer days. We need to talk about the match at hand. So, like I said, for those who are not informed. Oh wait. Before that, we need to talk about our sponsor, Swifty Servers. Once again, got to do the little plug, but also they've released Frankfurt German servers, 18 or 24 slot servers, low as $9.99 a month. Presented by the one-man support army and Tragic. Great guy. Met the guy personally. He's a swagger dagger like Mick Jagger. And you want to go support a guy that's just a swagger as Mick Jagger. So go support him. Use our affiliate link. You want to go get your own server with easy setup. No need for the technical end like SSHing into servers or whatever to do that stuff. Swifty Servers is your guy. Yes, but SSH, as Dr. Underscore was asking me. Some people just don't know how to do it.
I am not going to relay that to the chat here.
But we have to talk about one more thing before we can talk about the match. So thank you to Stream Elements who just said something in the chat, but we have other socials. We have a second Twitch that we've been using periodically this season when we double cast matches on Wednesdays. Go follow that on Fireside Cast 2. We also have a YouTube where we're starting to upload our VODs, and Dr. Underscore is now uploading his local recordings, which should be on 1440p quality. So you do want to check that out as we begin to upload things within the following days or so. And you can also follow our Twitter where we post some memes, and we also post match notifications. So if you don't check the Discord announcements on RGL and TFTV, you can at least get informed by turning your notifications on for our Twitter, where we post highlights too sometimes for the matches. So anything to talk about as we transition into actual match talk, Rumpus? Maybe about the map or the teams themselves?
Well, I kind of just got in here, so I didn't have a chance to look. Although, obviously, there's some names I recognize here. Mild, of course, played main last season, so definitely a player to look out for here in IM. Enzo has been around for a while, especially if you've ever been in a Twitch chat. As far as how he plays, I think I actually watched a demo of his, and he seemed to have a good grasp of like the fundamentals of demo and wasn't just like feeding his brains out. So as far as IM goes, like that should already be a good bar to be clearing. Riven, I have seen the name, but unfamiliar with the player.
Which name did you say?
Riven.
Right. Oh, yeah. He's
Riven.
a mod for us. He's a mod for us on Fireside Cast.
Yeah, I see that name
maybe
like everywhere. But
it's Ryan.
Is it Ryan?
Not Riven.
Okay. So Ryan. Rander, I've seen the name around. Omega Rusty.
Rander
played
with Jaguar last season, if I remember correctly.
That
Him and Clutch were the
sounds
scout duo.
right. That was in Maine, right?
Correct.
Okay. Whiteface, I think I've seen the name as well.
And in
I don't
the
know.
meantime,
I've been out of the IM circuit for a while. That was the first div I played, and I only stayed there for a season. But
and I just
like
sent you the RGL names if you want that.
It's a pretty well. I have the RGL names running right now. We're good on that front. But from my experience, IM is kind of like an insular div. Like there's quite a few like players and like groups of players that kind of just chill in IM. More power to them.
So but what was nice about this season and the last was that last season was primarily like 80% amateur move ups. This season has kind of returned to its main state where it's like intermediate seems to have a bunch of outclasses. Like the top team in this division is Highlander players. that have invite experience and they're just playing really well. So Intermediate has returned to its peaceful medium, the
Yep.
medium that we have just grown accustomed to. A dystopia.
Yeah, season 6, I think it was Highlander players that won my first season. We are readying up here, and I noticed as well. Dot Tomoko has like European ping or something.
Yeah,
Not sure where they're playing from.
I'm very curious to see how Freemium are going to adjust to a new soldier combo, because I don't think they had these two soldiers for their last match. So Rhode Island Back Pain, they're definitely on the back foot here in terms of team coordination and synergy.
Actually,
Cynic is already
Cynic's
going to Smith.
just instantly dead. Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah, I don't know if he grabbed a pack on rollout, but
not.
just took like a couple stickies from Enzo and then was just straight up dead. Hammond as well, completely caught. Omega Rusty is in, just kind of
And there's
going
soldier
for a
behind.
spoon on the med, but will just get completely denied. And actually, Ranch is surviving for now. 7 HP against a scout. Yeah, will get cleaned up versus 2 scouts.
But Ryan just has the YZ50 tracking aim. He definitely trained on Kovacs, and he's going to switch to the scatter shot. He has the scout partner. They're going to force Whiteface out of this mid and potentially will chase his frag. Oh, he makes the right play on Whiteface to go grab that pack and boiler, and he actually just jukes them.
So actually, for having lost their demo so early on, that was actually not horrible for Red. It was functional, like both teams kind of wiping. Obviously, Blue got the better end of it and were able to cap, but that could have been much worse for Backpack.
One thing I want to say is that I really don't have anything against this player, but I know Uncle Rusty has been known to troll in matches, and I saw a bit of a trollage play there, going for the spoon instead of the calculated play to just have 4 rockets,
Yeah.
bomb onto the medic, and they did get the kill in the end, but they may have allocated too many resources for it than they should have.
They definitely got the kill despite the spoon and not because of it. Either way, even Ubers, technically a little bit of ad for Red, but not really playable. Not that they'd want to play it. So we'll see Blue go for a sack here soon. Looks like Mild getting buffed up, Twix getting buffed up. We'll see which one. It's gonna send it. Actually,
They're gonna double
Oh.
such a boiler.
yeah, all these players are in cheese right now. Actually, they're just trying to take space. Getting players behind lobby, I really like this. So they have their flank behind at the moment.
And Twitch is gonna
Trying
fight
to,
the scout towards back, but he's still low from it.
Oh, and they get a
Yeah,
pick as well. So now Red's going to feel really squeezed between these flank players who are just winning fights. Down 3 already for Red.
I think it's
Rander
actually bombed through choke too to try
gets
to
the
kill
drop.
mech.
Twix. Just the ring around the Rosie wrapped around lobby. Got a bomb in and was able to get the drop. And this is... So they do have to cap. There will be a spawn wave here. Another counter drop from Ranch. No.
He milked and dropped.
They
to
might
the double
still get the
mid
route
drop.
here. They're delaying these spawners really well, and as long as they just get that soldier to off the point, they're able to cap. But that was almost defeat from the clutches of victory there from Leonard's.
Yeah, just to paint those like events of chaos, like so 2 players go behind on the team. Leonard's, they go behind in the lobby, it's in the flank behind. Flank gets a kill, then a soldier from Rhode Island Back Pain stacks through choke, and then after they stack through choke and they drop a 3rd player on Rhode Island Back Pain, the medic drops, and then another medic drop happens. So really weird sequence of events there.
Oh, and again, Twix trying to get behind. Ooh, Hammond and Sinex both going down. Is that a Twix bomb from behind?
Yeah, he high bombed off of the tower and then just airshot the medic. So
And at this point, although they did lose Ranch in the meantime, so it is it's not a resounding victory in that sense, but of course, 4 of their players survived, whereas Red completely wiped. So they should be able to get some pressure here on 2. See Enzo trapping off Shutter, just locking down the second point here. Mild is actually quite aggressive in Valley, hoping for maybe a pick on some aggressive player, but I is a little too cautious for that. They will trade damage and call it off. Ubers will be about even here. Seeing a sentry gun on last, so probably expect both teams to build up their Ubers here and then some type of sack from Leonard's.
I've seen some weird stuff happen here. So on Sultry here towards last, you see where the sentry is built. In our last match, they actually put the sentry between the barrels and the metal fence here. And I think that's where Tomoko's going to move it. I don't really like this spot because it really doesn't deny a soldier bomb, but Twix is
Twix
going to
trying to
bomb
bomb
it. He gets denied. He actually gets Goomba stomped.
Yeah, this
Mega.
seems kind of like a disad gun placement that really only watches the point. From when I was looking at, oh, actually, more important things are happening because they just double sacked but got 3 picks for it. So we are seeing blue pressuring in pretty hard here. Good damage on the gun. Ubers do get exchanged. Gun goes down. Ultimately,
The
with
respawns
these
are coming in
spawners,
now.
yeah, red should be able to hold this. Enzo actually might go down in the meantime.
Oh my gosh, did you see that shot on Miles? Oh my goodness. That fadeaway rock, and he's gonna get a second one too. Actually, a third, but they're stolen by
and
Twig.
red just overchases into lobby, and they lose 2 more for us. So now they're down 3 again. This time, although Ranch goes down to a pipe. So no medic, although they're getting the picks, they're getting a lot of cap time. The med has to stop, but will go down for it. If they can clean up I here and get it on point quickly, the spawners are too quick. They aren't able to do it.
Great job. Delayed
But a
long enough.
lot of cap time here. Red's going to be very scared to be pushing forward. Only now getting their spawners, and we already see a little bit of presence from Enzo on 2, strapping off that shutter. If blue's fast here, they might be able to disincentivize red from even pushing to
Enzo
begin
needs to
with.
get ready and start chopping off stuff. He's not doing so. He's just shooting his pipe. So I wonder. Oh, he actually has a sticky trap towards pipe here. Where sneaky kill.
We do see red trying to
Oh,
commit
Mild's
here.
in.
Mild is in. Gets a nice rocket on Hammond, but will not secure the pick. And they actually lose 2 for it, although they trade out the picks. So
Oh, but wait, there's a soldier bomb from behind. Omega Russell.
Oh, yeah.
Medic. Just needs to connect the air shot.
Will
Missed
not
it.
connect the rocket, but gets another one
Into the
loaded
med.
and will get the pick. At this point, we'll see if blue goes for some type of salvage or chaos on last. We do see Rander hiding in the lobby. So if that spot doesn't get checked, that should be a pretty straightforward back cap opportunity. Enzo just going for some pick traps in Valley. Twix, of course, hiding as well, as Rander does get spotted and killed. So we'll see blue probably have to just give up this point. Although,
Great pipe from center.
there was a moment when Hammond backed up onto where Enzo's trap was, but by that point it, I think, had already been dead, unfortunately. And now down 2, having lost that extra player on second, mid is looking a lot less holdable as well. So they are going to send Mild in, who tries to get Cynics, but will
Really
go down.
good. I really like what Cynic said there. I don't know if you saw, if the stream caught it, but actually, as they were walking in through Frog, I believe Cynic's actually trapped off the doorway for his medic to bait, and they actually were able to kill Mild because of it. So that was some really nice stuff from Rhode Island Back Pain.
Yeah, absolutely. As a demo, a lot of the time, especially in those ad situations, your medic's life is more important than your own. We do see Omega Rusty bombing in for a sack, but will get levitated here. But by this point, they have confirmed that Rander is on Sniper, so we'll see what type of anti-sniper positioning they take here on mid. It looks like they're opting to have their medic here on the ramp, which is pretty safe from Choke and Cheese. Maybe a little more vulnerable from Frog, so
And Rander's
someone
getting
holding
stick
that.
up here to peek from Boiler, but I think
Twix is in.
He's gonna have the table turned on
Twix
him.
gets the rocket and the force.
Oh.
They lost Enzo in the meantime, though, so down 2 with the sniper, mind you. Red should be able to potentially take
Leonard
2
should
here.
definitely reposition on last and climb up with their players ready. Instead, they're
Yeah.
going to take isolated fights, and
Ooh.
I think it's not going to get punished because Ryan just goes to the DM fight and
Now, they
wins
do
it.
have this sniper of their own, so Omega Rusty is taking shots on Ranch, but gets counter-sniped. And now, in the reverse, down 2 for Red on mid. Although this time, it is about 70 disad. Blue has this Uber. They're trying to take... Ooh, nice shot
wow,
from Rander. Just Cynics overstaying their welcome against that that aggressing sniper is going to go down.
And
So
he gets another shot. Oh, wait. He gets another headshot.
Yeah,
off
that
the
was a
Uber.
headshot.
Combo, too.
So at this point, they have to worry about these forwards.
And I get the force and Boiler?
Ooh. Yeah, so Uber disad is neutralized. Although Red's just losing players. Cynics tried to commit out of the forwards that they weren't denied from, but there's just players
I
on
think Miles
second
going
and
to
they're going to
timing here,
die.
too. Look at this. Miles going in, bombs in. I think they're actually going to take the fight into last, and he just isolates Omega Rusty,
Yeah.
getting around like a duck.
So this should be a free force. As long as Ranch and... as long as everyone, like anyone that can survive here is just better for blue.
They get the force, wow.
With these spawners, probably want to just play this ad. You're probably unlikely. And honestly, if I'm the sniper, I'm sacking right now so I can come up a useful class to push once my team gets Uber. Because the sniper's just... I mean, I guess Rander has been hitting some shots, but I always just prefer having a combat class in a push situation over a sniper.
Yeah,
Either
gonna definitely be
way-
a precarious scenario if you are the defending team here on last.
So blue does use through dungeon, and we see the brass beast just instantly killing Enzo. Unfortunately, the Foodist was
Aw.
on the correct minigun, but they're getting frags with the Uber nonetheless. Bomb in from Twix is gonna clean up on the remaining players, and that's a
Great.
pretty convincing push there for having lost their demo instantly.
Definitely, if you're fighting last there, especially against a sniper with in the push, I think they could have afforded on the side of Rhode Island Back Pain to send in the soldier behind, as lenords would have to take a while to cross the distance and get to point to play it. But they just let Rander just rain shots for free. So
And now, is this the
we
new
are on the main
config?
config, yeah.
Okay, I thought that was main and up only. Alright, so we are seeing double bomb in from blue, just landing
Twix!
right on him, and Twix is
Nice
able to
bomb.
clean that up instantly. So now it's just a matter of keeping Ranch alive. Ranch is all the way out, completely to safety. Though recommitting in now, there are some players by blue's choke, but they will get cleaned up. It's just up to Tomoko, who is unable to clean up. With
Scouts
Ranch,
aren't really sitting on shed. They just let Twix high bomb for free and just two-shot ham in.
yeah, I think Mild was like committing elsewhere and probably drew the eyes, while Mild was actually committing in on the med. But either way, this is full ad for lenords to push into last with. They do finish capping off too. Rusty
is a
going
really
for an
weird
early force,
play
but
by
is just
Omega.
instantly going to get killed. So now blue has a pick to work with into this last with ad. We do see Tomoko on sniper, so this could be
But they're into top right.
catastrophic.
Oh my
And
gosh, Enzo
it is
DB.
catastrophic, yeah. They end up dropping their demo there. They do get the gun, but by this point, Omega Rusty has already spawned, and they lose another pick in the meantime. So this is pretty much
Hammond definitely
ruined
staying spawn
Uber.
here. They know they just have to sell out on lenords for the med. So Hammond playing in spawn there, I really like that. It secures their Uber at and allows them to walk out with minor casualties. Only Cynics going down in that last hold.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Just no reason really not to use that Uber, just that fraction of a second sooner. And that's a perfect example of why. So we do have actually not a crazy ad for red. By this point, it's only about 20%. Blue is close to getting, so unless they're fast here, then we could see an exchange on mid. Okay, they just used through choke. Although at this point, Enzo is maybe caught, might be saved here. If they recommit with an Uber, they do. This should be really good for blue.
Dude, Ryan is just cleaning up house. He's sweeping the floor with bodies.
And Tomoko is just trapped off.
damage.
Will catch 2 pipes from Enzo. Hit some nice shots there. Hammond is trying to leave, but completely caught. Yeah, their exit is completely caught out. Enzo throws in a nice bottle in the meantime as well. And now we're going to have blue with another opportunity to push last with ad.
Now, last time that blue had pushed in on lenords, I mean, they kind of let Enzo DB down, like you said. They just didn't use a fraction of a second early. He got dropped to the sniper. But now that they have full ad, they can afford to spot things out. And even if you lose a scout, it's better than losing Enzo. So have your scout be the scout here and spot things out. Rander does spot the sniper towards right, or actually the engineer. So they know the gun's up. They're going to probably use it through top right here, and I think this should be a good...
Yep, we will see.
lenords.
This time, no soldier just feeding them a pick to begin with. They will use
got their
through
roll.
dungeon. Enzo gets juggled quite a bit from the gun, actually, but Uncle Rusty bombing into the Uber will go
Wakes up
down.
the walkout on
They
left.
trade out the picks, though, but Red loses another player in the meantime.
This heavy
The
late spawn
Hoot
is so good, though.
Yeah, that late fight heavy was just able to do a lot there and just stop blue from continuing to fight.
Now,
So
they need to
now-
make sure they actually clear everything out, because I think last time, somebody on lenords snuck in behind.
So down 3, blue just has to give up second. This is still disad for them, although they are at 60% and potentially building. They've been pretty good about
They're going through
building
frog
these
on Rhode
Ubers.
Island.
Yeah, they are. Trying to just milk through, but Twix is getting in clean
Great
on
stuff from
Hammond.
Hammond.
Yeah, will not be able to get a second rocket, although Mile just in. So they sack both soldiers for the med force. Although, Enzo with a nice potential blind debt there, actually. No, I think just a regular trap pick. Is able to get that soldier pick, which that pick there is going to stop Red from being able to just barrel forward and potentially get a force or something on second. Now they're going to have to pump the brakes a little bit and play disad on mid,
And
which
the
is
Lenords are going to try
exactly
to
what Blue
replicate the
wants.
same push. They're going to go into Frog too.
Ooh, they
They're
just
going to
used
actually
through.
use through instead.
Ooh, Cynics is caught too, so they get a demo pick for starters. Doesn't seem like anyone else is caught, and actually in the meantime,
but the flank on
yeah,
Raw.
Twix was trying to get fast behind, but went down to I, who might
Mile
get cleaned
lose
up
this fight.
here.
Oh, he wins it.
Yeah, so they trade out that pick, and now they have a demo pick to work with. Oh, in the meantime, Red had
Rusty's
just
behind.
completely left second.
But Rusty's behind too, so they sent 2 soldiers behind in that Uber.
Yeah, it looks like Rusty's probably trying to spawn camp Twix.
Well, he needs to win it first off. Oh my, the wall shot. Oh no.
But now knowing that that soldier's behind, actually that's kind of scary for Blue here because it is disad. So if Red just walks
And they
forward
don't
with an
wanna push a
Uber, they
man
can
down.
get pinched.
So this
Well,
is
this
actually
would-
going to negate the Uber ad for Leonard's. As look at it, they're scattered around.
Ooh.
They can't afford to stack on second, so they're going to play for the force on mid instead.
So at this point, Leonard's will be getting Uber on mid, but that was almost like a very scary situation. But Red were like very slow about taking their ad in. Looks like Red's trying to get through choke here, but by this point, Uber's had evened out.
Caught out. He just
Oh.
gets spammed down. He wasn't
But in the
even
meantime,
getting
Twix
down.
is just nuking choke. Whiteface and Cynic's going down. Twix will die for it, but will get traded out with Omega Rusty. Now only 3 up for Red.
And they're
Blue
gonna
have 4
they're gonna
players.
grab Rhode Island.
Bombing Mild in, who will go down to I, but this might get traded out. I's grabbing the pack.
They have
trying-
the Uber ad too. They can take the. They have the Uber. They can technically take an exchange on Rhode Island. It's a 3v3, but instead they elect to give up too much space than you bargained for.
Ooh, they do want to fight now with their spawners, though. So we do see Ubers get used. It's an exchange. In the meantime, Enzo, I think, died
Wait,
rolling
they
out or
walked back.
something.
Ryan just danced around them and he got out. They were looking for the scout behind in the lobby, and instead Ryan just walked up to the back.
Either way, down 2 for Red here. It is even Ubers, so Blue has a chance to be fighting this if they want to be. They're bombing Twix in, but it looks like just a sack and leave type of situation. So they
confused.
will be playing this evens, although they've just been building consistently better, so this even might even turn into like 30 ad by the time Leonard's gets here.
When Ryan brought back that entire combo in lobby, I expected Leonard's to push, but I guess either there were just players on the respawn timer, but they had all the space given back all that distraction by Ryan, but they elect not to go on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And it is looking like, yeah, about 25 ad that Blue was able to just conjure up. Actually, they did use first, so actually it does make sense that they would get sooner. So we'll see what they do for a sack. They
Is
might
there a
be...
soldier in boiler? Oh, he wasn't
Ooh,
boiler.
yeah.
Rusty.
Rusty was hiding, so they have a pick to work with here. And it looks like they want to go for like a player... No, the
Soldier in
soldiers...
with some choke.
Ooh,
He
gets a nice
forces the
bomb.
med
Yeah.
into the boiler players. Really
Yeah, Hammond
brave
just
coordinated
has to
play.
surf right into the spam lane from Cheese there, and now it's gonna be full ad for Blue, and they're already on second. So I is behind, bombing in onto Mild, but will get traded out. So
I
down
mean,
a soldier
that's
there.
so good. They have soldier picks. They could go for the force here. There's
Ooh,
just a
Red's
scout
just
up
trying to
defend the
send
med.
it.
And Red just
Yeah,
flat
Red
out, he
has
gets
to
bounced with
use.
a rocket.
Now, if that Uber were taken more aggressively, that could have like gotten picks, I think, but instead
they
they
were
just
trying
tried
to
to
fight it, though.
leave. Yeah, that was just a matter of recognizing that you're going to get forced no matter what, and you may as well just make it the best Uber you can. So now they're down 2, and it is disad, although Rhode Island does not have Uber yet, only a 60%. So we do see Leonard's just choosing to leave here. Twix's spawn will get denied.
The really big thing you don't want to do on medic is jump. If you're going to kite out, you might as well only jump if you see a rocket that you can surf, because that caused Hammond to get bounced there. I mean,
Okay. We do have
Ranch
Rander's
Dubois.
sniper here. Unspotted so far, might be able to get some value.
I made a lot of space in a second, though. They could take this for free.
Yeah, they sack their soldier, unable to get the force with it. They're about 80% now on Ranch. So might get Uber on a kite, or even might get it before Red pushes if they're going to continue
Yeah, they're
being
definitely
this
gonna get it
slow.
now.
Yeah.
But Enzo's too overextended in the lobby. I kind of don't like this, given that they need to secure it. They will secure it, but they're playing for a sniper already. So there's no need to really go
think-
aggressive unless your sniper goes aggressive.
Okay, and Rhode Island seems to recognize that, yeah, this has evened out by now. We do see the sack in from Omega Rusty. Gets one nice rocket off onto Ranch at the very end, but will not be able to get the force. No sentry gun, I might note from Leonard here. This would be an excellent opportunity to build one in this kind of counter sack timing.
And there's definitely wait, look at Mild. I think
Twix is in.
Like Tomoko.
Twix gets a nice rocket off on Hammond, but isn't able to seal the deal. In the meantime, I was sacking in the front line. Now it's down to demo.
Top right.
Yeah. So we'll probably see. Rhode Island probably wants to exchange here, just buy time for that demo spawn, which is what they're doing, although Ranch had committed completely out and will have to use, so the exchange is forced upon them. Mild, quite low. Oh, Omega Rusty was up on Sniper, gets a pick onto Ryan, but will get traded out.
Tomoko might get the soldier towards Shutter, and he does! Falling back from Cheese, but he gets...
Yeah, again, Red's just trying to drive through. Enzo's in danger. Will get cleaned up by the scout, but they're just all trading out these picks and dying for it. When all is said and done, it's still pretty much just going to be even with Blue on second. Ooh, the bomb in. Yeah, fantastic bomb for Mild.
But wait,
yeah, I'm not sure
they got the what? Oh, they overcommitted with the heals, and Omega Rusty on the respawn timer got the kill.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate overcommit there, because when all was said and done there, like, that was really good for Leonard's. I don't know what Rhode Island was kind of doing, just like sacking a bunch of players in, trying to just barrel their way forward without an advantage. We do see I actually hiding in the other team's cheese, yeah.
Oh, Twix looked behind for a second, but I guess he just didn't look behind too hard.
So that's a pick for them to work with. Ubers are still pretty much even, so we can... Well, actually unlikely to see a sack from Red. If they do, it's just going to be based on that pick. But no, Twix has spawned, is rolling out. So we will see... Actually, at this point, Blue is building certifiably better. That was only about a 5% advantage that has grown to about 15 now. Which will not get played, of course, but if they start recognizing patterns like that, then definitely something you can take advantage of. Either way, we do see the Omega Rusty sack is unable to... Gets a splash rocket, actually, onto Ranch, but that will be all. Looks like Twix may be going for a counter sack here. Potentially Mild and Frog. It will be Mild. No, Twix is in through Cheese. Trying to get onto Hammond, who has kited quite far back, and actually gets a nice rocket. Was surviving for a long time, but just did not have enough fuel in the tank. We do see,
he's committed to it.
Omega Rusty Spy.
Oh, but he's on the Ambassador. Wrong revolver. Wrong revolver.
You never know. Ambassador could just pop off. I do agree, the revolver. I do prefer stock revolver over like L'étranger, but maybe you're just an Ambassador goat. But never mind. I think it gets blind at by Enzo actually. So
that was unfortunate.
So we do see actually Red's gonna lose more players here. Cynic's going down as well. That's down 4. Tomoko is in choke area. I is going for the exact same hiding spot in the other team's cheese, and actually might get a clean bomb onto Ranch. Nope, gets spotted and shot down.
Wrong timing.
And Omega Rusty accidentally commit out of forwards on Spy. We'll have to wait for the spawners to back up into them again to switch back to Soldier. Actually, not a ton of ad for Blue. I guess they may have gotten...
Oh, but Omega might get ran over in the cheese area.
We'll go down.
He overcommits to it. And his team's all the way back on point.
And actually, Hammond and Cynics are very aggressive here on the point. Bomb in for Twix gets a ton of damage, but no picks get cleaned up. Hammond on 50 HP will just run away, but the health on Red is really bad. At this point, Blue does need to be kind of quick about this ad, because it's only about 30% now and dwindling. It looks like they're going Valley with it.
Oh man, they stacked cap, and that may have been
Hammond
to this
already at 90%, so they definitely... I expect them to be playing this. At this point, Hammond already has Uber.
They're gonna commit?
Yeah, they are using in. Gun does go down, but the counter pop happens. Not much cap time either.
Oh, Range got bounced into a corner. Got long range sticky. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, the med there is the worst person to lose in that fight. So we're seeing some type of chaos. Looks like Rander wants to get in. It's actually hiding around the corner. Will just get shot down and actually taunted. And that taunt ended up losing 2 players because the scout couldn't help. Tomoko.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. I was gonna say something about Enzo DB's trap because he had something towards far left on the light post, like to double trap something, but I guess a taunt stole the show. And
Mhm.
Rander's tilted to the point where he's gonna go and spy because of that.
Yeah, we do see the spy. Oh, standing still. So I'm assuming this is a cloak and dagger, which might be a bit slow. Ubers are actually even, surprisingly.
I might bump into him. Oh, oh my gosh. That rocket almost missed by millimeters.
This is surprising. I thought that because Hammond survived on last, so this should be like a lot more ad, but it is pretty much even. And at this point, Rander is in position for a play, actually
He needs a
right
distraction though.
behind
His
Hammond.
team needs to cause the medic's attention to
I
divert
think
on
this
heals.
works. I think just going for it works, and I don't think anyone's gonna look behind. He's going for it now. Yeah,
There
absolutely.
you go. Oh
And
my
the demo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Without a doubt.
That's the right revolver.
Yeah,
Or
you
the
can.
song.
You can just see those coming from a mile away. In the meantime, both of Red Soldiers are behind at the moment. So we'll see. Eye is not spotted. Is just waddling up Frog. And actually,
Oh.
Twix unintentionally running into them, I
Wait.
think.
Oh, no,
will
he
get
goes-
the pick.
he
But I
doesn't go
don't
for
think
the
they know
reach.
Omega Rusty's behind as well. So they might be able to get some type of salvage force. Or might just meet spawn. Is trying to like spawn camp spawn rush or
Rusty needs to
something?
do something. He's a non-factor in this push.
Rusty is making their team essentially down one right now. Probably should have gone for a salvage force a while ago.
That's a lot
Does
of
not
damage.
get the force, unfortunately. Although the spam, ooh,
It
that's
should delay, but
very
it's not
scary
enough
for
delay.
Ranch. 20 HP, just a spam rocket is enough to seal the deal. Either way, they are walking in here. Did not use early, but are using now. Enzo bombing in, just trying to get the gun, which will go down.
Oh my
Cynics with
gosh,
some nice
got
pipes.
Absolutely obliterated.
Although they get the pick on the demo. Although they're just losing their players in the meantime, yeah. Unfortunate for them.
This is that's kind of a weird. That's kind of the weird thing about using through left. You need to close enough distance before using, and I think that's kind of what happened to Leonard. They had the pick early on Omega Rusty,
Yeah, absolutely.
but because of that, they could have definitely just walked in. They knew there wasn't an extra soldier for spam.
Enzo as well, in a bit of danger backing up on like 30 HP, but will ultimately survive. So now it's going to be full ad for Red, and up to them to take mid with this. So if you're Rhode Island, you're hoping to just get mid for free, and then potentially take ad into 2 if you're quick enough.
Oh, wait,
Although Blue has been
Frog might
fast
be
with these
able to run.
Ubers.
Oh my God.
Ooh, Twix on the flank will get shot down by Ai and Tomoko.
Wait, there's still traps here. Oh, damn. Thankfully, it doesn't catch anybody. But
Ooh,
I also want
Rusty's
to say
gonna
before
be
we,
catching Enzo here. Although, ooh,
Wait,
Enzo
how
on
does Enzo
8.
live? What?
And gets the pick on Omega Rusty.
No way.
All right, medics, if you're watching this, that's why you buff your demos, because demo is a surprisingly tanky class. So Ubers
best
have
player.
evened out by now. Blue has a pick if they wanted to sack, but Omega Rusty will be spawning
Oh my
shortly
gosh.
here, and will be spawning on
Wait,
Sniper and then switching
Soldier's
to
in.
Spy.
They're gonna
Oh yeah,
isolate Soldier
Miles
with
is
Boiler.
in.
Oh, but they don't get the kill. Violent actually had a good heads-up play. His sling
Yeah.
was shoving cheese, and he bombed through choke to try to kill that one soldier, but they just didn't get the kill with 3 players. It was a good try, though. I like the strat.
Okay, where is Omega Rusty by now? Just working their way through cheese.
Oh,
Also on the Cloak and Dagger. And from where Omega Rusty's position right now, getting near the med on Cloak and Dagger is going to be a long time.
And we are in the bandy conflict, for those who don't know. This IM does use bandy
Oh, true. We are officially in the overtime now, right?
1 minute
I
left.
think
before
1 minute left, yeah. I don't know why my HUD's broken. So, Omega Rusty actually
Wait,
slowly but
I've
surely...
been checking. They knew they bumped. I think they knew they bumped. He bumped into
If
somebody.
they didn't know, then at the very least they suspect, because ooh, although at this
Wait.
point, I
Wait.
bombs right into where
Wait,
Omega
no.
Rusty is, who does take a splash rocket and does shimmer. So if they were, I don't think they know though. They
Yeah,
are
that's-
looking
they
around
don't.
because they definitely suspect
Rusty! He's got
Rusty
the
is in.
Nice!
Ooh, yeah, gets the med.
I almost ruined the party there, but I think the rest of the team is about to falter here. They're still gonna try to press the issue here towards Frog. and
Mild
they
does
don't
get the force. So
No.
excellent job there from Mild. Potentially round saving, because now Blue should have no trouble holding this last on even Ubers.
he could have afforded to drop that scout there. They had 2 scouts on Hammond, but Hammond chooses to save his scout and forces there. So now this thing is going to reset to an even situation where if Hammond had balls of steel, could have made it a 50 ad.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that soldier's going to use all his resources just to kill your scout, and all you have to do is just leave them and then go to someone else, and then that soldier's going to die regardless. All right. Even Ubers on Leonard's last this time around. We are officially in the rolling overtime. So Leonard's only needs 1 round to win this match, whereas Rhode Island Backpack needs to close out a full 3.
Back pain.
Back pain. Okay, I've been saying backpack because my HUD just shows back P, and I'm just like, oh, it's probably backpack. But they have a shot to get the first of 3 right here.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's
double
sentry spot,
sack.
man.
Yeah, this sentry spot seems like a disad gun, whereas I don't see why you wouldn't just put it like on point, just watching dungeon or something. I don't know.
Because Villa has a similar setup here. Like, it has a lot of similarities to the Villa last setup, really.
So Red is down 2. We see Twix trying to sack in on Hammond. Actually gets a nice rocket on Wideface as well.
He was way too long, though.
Only a single sack from Blue. Well, obviously only single sacking out of your last, but not as much pressure as I would expect for Red being down 2.
They're gonna have Tomoko, but they only have 2 minutes and 18 to work this. Oh, they found the sticks! They were losing the sticks!
Wow.
He got blind down by Enzo!
Yeah, fantastic trap from Enzo there. Now, at this point, Tomoko hasn't been spotted on Sniper and might get the shot right here. Ooh, but hits Ryan instead. So at this point, they know about the Sniper. Although I gets in and gets the force.
In the nest.
Alright, at this point, Red's health is really, really bad, so these players should be pretty easy to clean up. Although Mild is alone on second and is going to die, and now down 2 like that, Blue's probably just going to have to stay on last. Unfortunate, kind of a botched and rushed push off of what was, I'm sure, a lot of excitement in dropping their med.
And they could have, you could also afford to play the round reset here. You're up 2-0. Definitely get yourself a favorable situation on the mid fight instead, but maybe they hunted for more than they really bargained for. Ryan's gonna kill Rusty here. This flank is really low here in Rhode Island Back Pain, but instead Mild just walks into lobby.
And Mild wants more.
He might get
so much damage on Cynics. Ooh, Tomoko might be going down here. Goes for a hero shot on the med, but keep in mind, Cynics, okay, does catch a bow. Could have died to just scout chip. Red's just gonna have to completely vacate second with no resistance, and now Uber's still pretty much even.
I live in the same spot. I'm pretty sure Leonards are gonna read into this at some point. Twix is gonna walk in through cheese. The soldier is baiting for I, but I choose not to commit to it. So, actually, now it's an even situation. I thought it was Uber this set for Rhode Island Back Pain, but they can reset and work another play. But I think really one thing that I really liked, I saw from a sack from the last game that we just watched, is they would have a soldier fade through choke, and then the other soldier would sneak in through frog area and walk up the ramp to force the med. I kind of want to see that out of Rhode Island Back Pain, but they don't have the soldier synergy. So, oh my god, Rusty's just gonna sack and he gets the
Oh yeah, it gets the
bomb.
force. Alright, now it's Leonard's backed into a corner of sorts, because if Rhode Island can Ooh, and they lose Rander as well. They're sacking a ton of people here. Although they're getting picks in the meantime. It's 3v3, so a little hairy for Rhode Island. But as long as they can get this second without using, then they should be able to still have add into last. Yeah. Ooh, a lot of damage on I, but not enough to get the frag. So they do get 2 pretty much for free here, and if they're quick on this, they should still have add into last, although Ranch already about at 80%, so yeah, I think Rhode Island a little too slow to take advantage of that. It will be evened out. Whether or not they know that, we'll have to see.
A big thing that I'm not a fan of is that Leonard...
Oh yeah, they want to use this. It was...
They are?
Yeah, it was no longer add, like, quite a while ago. You see the counter pop, Cynics instantly going down, Wideface going down, I going down, as just a complete collapse. Tomoko is stuck in dungeon.
Wait, Rusty,
Hammond as well as...
Do they know Rusty's here? They don't.
Oh yeah, Rusty is hiding for a back cap, and actually, everyone has left to second, so... As of right now...
Oh my gosh, Rander went back to clear! What?
Wow.
No
Yeah,
way.
just lingering.
Does he win this fight too? He won the fight on 48 HP!
I don't think there's no way Rusty could have known, but there was plenty of timing window to have that capped there. I guess the Leonards were just trying to spot players in front and didn't see the soldier and was just like, all right, well, we should probably go back and clear. I do see a sniper in the forward
He's gonna
spawn.
definitely get caught here if he doesn't leave right now. Thank God.
Tomoko was jitter peeking the forward. Does peek now, and they don't know. Okay, they finally are trapping that
tower, they
off.
spotted him, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but still, we had
It was
like
scary,
at the
yeah.
very least like 3 players on point just in the sight line. That was scary stuff.
And they
Either
actually
way.
have a really good situation here if you're Leonard's work a second. Mild.
Ooh,
they're actually gonna
they
use
take
it.
Uber. Hammond is only
Hammond's
90%. No one to heal. He dies.
Oh my, so close.
The control point is being captured.
Where
Oh,
was the
no.
players? Why were they not connected with the medic? That's gonna be the end of the game here.
Ooh,
Leonard's
Omega
surely
Rusty
gonna win
trying to
this.
stop 2 will not be able to in time, and that's the only surviving red player. So this is going to be an easy cap for Leonards and
Easy day.
straightforward 3-0 for them.
That is one of the weirdest ends to a game. So Hammond wasn't connected with anybody. They're sitting at 90% for what felt like forever. And Leonard thought they had ad. Well, they didn't. They wouldn't have had ad in the ideal conditions. They wouldn't have had. But everything just seems to fall into their favor. That's just team synergy issues. If you're Rhode Island Back Pain, also that's like not a mistake. That's not something you should make at all in IM. That's not something that should happen at all in the IM division.
Yeah, get your Ubers. No reason not to. I don't know. I think in general, Leonards were just kind of playing more solidly. There were definitely more just like really pop-off plays I noticed from, in particular, like Mild and Enzo. Just getting valuable picks or valuable forces when they were really, really necessary. And that seemed to have made a pretty good difference here because there were a lot of times that Leonards were on the back foot, but they were able to kind of neutralize those disadvantages.
And we have the logs. I will send it to you, my dear friend. But the first thing that pops out to me, the scouts on Leonard's, and then
Yeah.
obviously the death differential, or the death differential from the soldiers from the rest of the players on the server. Ryan, 31-9, 20 assists, doing his job as a pocket scout. But Rusty, Mild, and Twix. I think that's more than 100 deaths combined between all soldiers. Actually, 110. More than 110. So definitely a soldier sacking paradise is its map.
Yeah, also Enzo bottom deathing the server, which is not something you usually see. Usually it's a medic or even a pocket scout. But
He's a baiter. He's a baiter. He plays just
yeah,
like you.
absolutely. I mean, if you want like a good case study and why living on demo is like actually important, take a look at this game with just, being able to back up instead of hold W and die, and like while you back up you set those traps, and those were getting value, whether it be like there were some crazy like med picks, but the more consistent like soldier pick or even like a spy blind at it can swing like momentum in your favor for sure.
And one thing that definitely spelled the trouble for Rhode Island Back Pain is when they started relying on those hiding and gimmicky plays. Specifically Rusty, I felt like he off-classed a lot when he shouldn't have, and they should have elected to have the scout off-class on Tomoko, which they were doing towards the end. I think Rhode Island Back Pain really suffered from having a soldier sub in Rusty there. And I think was just new to the team, or like they recently reinserted that player into the lineup too. So the soldier synergy wasn't there, and it could have definitely been better. But I think Rhode Island Back Pain overall relied a lot on their scouts here, because you can see the projectiles just got absolutely dipped by the Leonard projectiles.
Yeah, I
And
noticed there was
yeah.
just a lot of like behind plays and solo plays from Rhode Island soldiers that didn't really seem to like. They didn't seem focused in the actual like game state, whether it be like trying to get kills on like a scout spawner instead of like get a force when you're on your own last with this ad or something. They seem more kind of like unfocused in what the actual objective of the game should be.
And I actually think, by the way, that even though Mild has that playoff experience, Twix, like this guy does not have is like the least experience out of the rest of the players on the
Really?
Leonard squad. But he only has 2 seasons of amateur and 1 season of newcomer, and he actually played better than his main playoff soldier counterpart. More DPM, a lot of impactful mids, and he actually leads the server in medic picks with 5 to Mild's
Mhm.
2. Like this guy might be an up and comer. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, good stuff there for sure. Yeah,
So
well,
an amateur, a main playoff soldier got dipped by an up and coming amateur player. Shout out to Mild.
Yeah, congrats to Leonard's on a nice victory here.
Do you have any shot? I mean, we could do an interview, but Enzo DB already had his interview from yesterday, so we're not gonna do an interview. We could just do the shout outs.
Sure. Shout outs to Enzo for ruining my channel point bet by dropping 10K on himself. And shout outs, I think there were some people asking me to mentor them in Twitch chat. Yeah, thank you for that, but hit me up in DMs if you want that, not Twitch chat.
Shout out to our sponsors on Swifty servers. You know where it is. Also, I want to shout out to our plug. We have a second Fireside Cast channel. I think it's Fireside Cast 2. Just added 2 to the end of the twitch.tv URL that on this current channel. We also have a Twitter that you can follow for highlights and mash notifications if you don't check Discord casting announcement channels. And we also have a YouTube where we're going to be uploading our VODs in 1440p, specifically if it's a Dr. production stream, not me. I use the Poverty YouTube from Twitch export. So go check those out. Go sub. We will upload this VOD on YouTube on 1440p because Underscore is producing it, our lovely producer.
Man.
And that is all I have for shoutouts. Shout out to Twix, by the way. Amateur player outplays main playoffs pocket soldier. So shout out to him. That's it. I think we can call it a wrap on tonight's match. Thank you for tuning into Fireside Cast. We will be producing on Sunday. Hopefully, Rumpus, we can get Arcadia for that. I will be producing that, Mr. Underscore, by the way.
Tomorrow? Sunday?
I think it
Sunday's
should
2 days.
actually it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. TF2 Africa versus Right Wing. Right Wing. That's the newcomer match on Sultry. So it's gonna be cool to see.
All right.
Good night, guys. See you all.